All right. Now, you were asked by Mr. Auchincloss about special bonds with different people, and he asked about young boys, I think, in his own words. Do you recall those questions?
Yes.
Did Mr. Jackson have any special bonds with young girls?
Yes.
Can you recall, well, I don't want to go and list the names here unnecessarily, but do you recall any Casio children?
Yes.
Who would that be?
Marie Nicole?
How about the Culkin family?
Objection, leading.
Sustained.
All right. Were there other girls who were family members? Let me withdraw that. Were there other girls who visited the ranch?
Yes.
And did other girls besides Marie Nicole seem to have a special bond with Mr. Jackson and vice versa?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes.
And who were they, the best you can recall? Do you recall some names?
I don't recall the names of each individual child, no, but some of the Culkin kids, Carly Barnes, I don't recall exact names now.
Okay, but were there girls involved in activities?
Yes.
Now, were there also adult women who had a special bond with Mr. Jackson?
Objection. Well, I'll withdraw that objection.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Besides the women to whom he was married, were there other women who seemed to be particularly close friends with Mr. Jackson?
It appeared to be, yes.
Okay. Do you recall the names of any of those particular individuals?
Besides his wives?
Yeah.
He has friends, Elizabeth Taylor. I'm drawing a blank on a few of the names, but...
You need to speak up just a little. You're trailing off there. You said Elizabeth Taylor, and you drew a blank on the others?
Yeah. There's other women.
Okay, one thing you should know from this testimony, this is not examination by Tom Mesereau. We'll tell you why in a moment as the testimony continues. Is one man's art another man's porn? That's what Assistant District Attorney Gordon Auchincloss seems to want to know.
You said that Mr. Jackson was not. You've never seen him in personal possession of adult materials. What would you call those figurines that I showed you?
Objection, argumentative, asked and answered.
I'll rephrase. Wouldn't you call those figurines that I showed you adult materials?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled.
You may answer.
They strike me as artwork, yes.
They're just artwork or adult materials.
It's a type of art.
Objection. Excuse me. Object. Argumentative, compound.
Overruled, but I really don't have your question.
Yes, I'll rephrase that. My question is, would you consider the figurines that I showed you adult materials?
I consider them a type of artwork.
Do you consider them to be adult materials? I'm not asking you whether they're artwork or not.
I understand your question.
My question is, do you consider them to be adult materials, yes or no?
A type of artwork of adult nature, yes.
You think it's appropriate for children to be exposed to these type of materials?
No.
Welcome back. The defense says Michael Jackson has special friendships with girls and women as well as boys, but the prosecution doesn't appear to be buying it. Assistant District Attorney Gordon Auchincloss presses ranch manager Joe Marcus to name some of Jackson's gal pals. Here's how he did it according to the courtroom transcripts.
You were asked about Mr. Jackson's relationship with young girls, and over your 17-year period at Neverland, you were able to come up with 2 names that he had a close relationship with young girls, Carly Barnes and Marie Nicole Casio, correct?
Objection, argumentative.
Overruled.
And misstates the evidence, Your Honor?
Overruled. You may answer.
I believe you gave me a list of the boys' names, and I didn't have a list of the females' names, so no. I don't recall every single person's name, no.
So my question is, you were able to come up with 2 names. Any more? Is that it, just 2?
Objection, argumentative, misstates the evidence. He came up with more than 2 names, Your Honor.
Overruled. You may answer.
I'm sure there are others. There was Shane Brando's sister. I don't recall her name.
Go ahead.
I don't recall her first name off the top of my head.
My question is, can you remember any other names?
No.
And you were asked about adult women that Mr. Jackson formed a special bond with other than his wives. And you came up with one, Liz Taylor, correct?
Do you mean just friends? People that
I mean a special bond, close relationship with.
Liza Minnelli has been there, and they seem to be good friends.
How many times has Liza Minnelli been there?
I don't recollect.
So we're up to 2. Any others?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.